Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the TFL road test. This show is all about the numbers. On today's episode, we have the 2019 Lexus LS 500H, and in this video, you're gonna see how it performs in a 0 to 60 acceleration test, a 60 to 0 braking test, a turning circle test, and a road noise test. So that's all coming up right now. Before we get into the test, you guys gave us a ton of feedback about the last episode. The number one comment from you guys was that the benchmark seemed really hard to achieve, but this is actually what we were going for. We only want to give out the top scores to the best performing vehicles in each category. In our experience up here at a mile above sea level, 5 seconds to 60 miles per hour is a really fast time, but it's still attainable by the best performers. Same with braking and turning radius. The benchmarks are supposed to be difficult to reach, otherwise every car we test would just get a perfect score. That said, we really appreciate the feedback and want you to continue telling us what we should change or keep. We do read all of your comments and we want to do this test the right way. Whoa! Holy plastic, Batman! That is a sea of black plastic. Right here is a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6 hooked up to Lexus's hybrid drive system. It makes a combined 354 horsepower and sends that power to all four wheels. This is the all-wheel drive version through an eCVT transmission setup. The TFL road test is comprised right now of 4 different tests. Each one is worth 25 points, so a car has the potential to get a total of 100 points overall. The first test is a 0 to 60 acceleration test. Next test is a 60 to 0 braking test. The third test is a turning circle test, and the last test is a road noise test. A 0 to 60 acceleration will do 4 runs and take the average time, base the score off of that. Right before we get going, a couple things I need to do. There's drive modes, so I'm going to put this into Sport S+, that should be the sportiest mode, and we're also going to turn off traction control. I will hit start, I think, on the V-Box. That just readies the system. It hasn't started the test yet, and because this is a naturally aspirated vehicle, we find that it's best not to brake torque these naturally aspirated cars. So here we go, ready? Slight hesitation, and then it just takes off, and there's 60. First run, 6.78 seconds. .83 seconds. Slightly worse that time, 6.9, so we're right around the high 6-second range. Wow, another 6.83. So there you go, right around the 6.8 second range. Let's go, we can take a look at all 4 results at once. So run number 1 was the best, 6.78. Run number 2, 6.83. Run number 3 was 6.9, and run number 4 was 6.83 again. The average 0 to 60 time for the Lexus comes out to 6.84 seconds. We round the score to the nearest half second, so we'll round this score to 7 seconds. That's 2 seconds slower than our benchmark of 5. Negative 2 points per half second means the Lexus loses 8 points for a grand total of 17 points. On the last episode of the road test, I forgot to mention tires, which are an important piece of the performance puzzle. There's a lot of P's there. This is a set of Bridgestone Turanza tires sitting on a set of 19-inch alloy wheels, and they look to me like they're a bit more economy and road noise focused. They're run flats though, which is kind of interesting, but they're not the most aggressive tread pattern, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna do in the braking test. For 60 to 0 braking, we'll do 3 runs and we'll take the average distance in feet.
to base our score off of, and between each run, we'll do a little half lap to let the brakes cool off a little bit.
Okay, so we're about to start the braking test, 60 to 0. We're gonna do 3 laps as usual. I'm a little concerned here because the Lexus LS500H weighs just over 5,000 pounds, which is really heavy. So despite the fact that it has rather large brakes and some electric motors doing some regenerative braking to help, yeah, it might take a while. So let's go ahead and get started here. All right, we're hitting start for run number 1 on the 60 to 0 braking. Alrighty, there's some results. Run number 1, 137.80 feet, which is not amazing. So the benchmark is 100 feet, and I think all that weight really, really added up on this test. So we'll go ahead, we'll reset, head back around for run number 2. Okay, result number 2. Let's see what it says. Ooh, better than the last time though, by a long shot. 129.54. Run number 3. Oh, very consistent with the last time. 128.78. So we have a 137.8. a 129.54 and a 128.78. So there you go. We'll average those, find the score.
Our average braking distance comes out to 132.04 feet. The goal is 100 feet, and we take away 2 points for every 5 feet over. We'll round down to 130 exactly, which means the Lexus loses 12 points for a total of 13 in the braking test. So pricing is not a factor that we measure in the TFL road test, but hold on 1 second. You got to see this. This is the Monroney. It tells you the vehicle cost. So the all-wheel drive version of the LS500H starts at $82,930. That's not that crazy, but this one, this particular model, if you look at the Monroney, $107,950 is the as-tested price. Again, that doesn't affect the score of the test, but that's a mind-blowing price. And hopefully I don't crash, because that'll be an awkward conversation with Roman and Lexus, so. All right, so the same testing procedure we did last time for the turning circle test. First cone set right over there, passenger side, front wheel right in the middle of the wheel. Then we crank the wheel all the way to the left, turn 90 degrees, place another cone on the outside of the wheel, 90 more degrees, another cone, 90 more degrees, another cone, and then I'll have my assistant come out and we will measure the distance between the 2 cross points and take the average to find the score. Okay, so this measuring tape measures in tenths of a foot for some reason, but that's actually good because we have to score with a decimal anyways. So right here you can see we are at 42 feet on the first measurement. That is not a great score. All right, and once again, we're right at about 42 feet, so we'll round up to 42 feet for scoring. The turning circle comes out to 42 feet even. Subtracting 2 points per foot over 35 feet, the Lexus is 7 feet over, so it loses 14 points for a total of 11 in the turning circle test.
Okay, so we're getting on the highway here for our road noise test. I'll hit the decibel meter here. I'll put it on its max function, let it go for a second, and we'll see what the peak decibel level is at 60 miles an hour. 62 dead is the peak decibel level, which that's pretty impressive. That's a good score.
We subtract 2 points per decibel over 60. The Lexus is only 2 decibels over, so it'll only lose 4 points in this category for an almost perfect score of 21 points. Well guys, the TFL road test wouldn't be possible without our friends here at IMI Motorsports Park. They have over 120 acres of playground for side-by-sides, dirt bikes, ATVs, go-karts, track test tunes, whatever you want to do. They have the fastest go-karts at one of the largest outdoor kart tracks here in Colorado. You can go to imimotorsports.com or call the number right here on the screen to find out more information. Time to tally the final point total. Let's see. So for acceleration, we have 17. For braking, we have 13. Turning circle gets a score of 11 points, and road noise comes out to 21 points. Add that up for a total of 62 points. Not too bad from the Lexus LS Hybrid. Well, there you go, guys. That concludes the second ever TFL road test. As was the case last time, we do want to hear your feedback on this test. We're trying to improve the test as much as possible, keep the scores as consistent as possible. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free, type up a comment, drop it down below. We want to hear what you think and what we should maybe change or not change. Also, we will be keeping a running score sheet going. You can head over to TFLcar.com. There's an article there. We'll post the link in the description below, and you can see how every car that we do compares. We'll keep it updated after every new test. For the Fast Lane Car, I'm Mike Curtis. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and be sure to come back to TFLcar.com for the latest news, views, and real-world road test reviews. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.